Captain Frank Gale, who's our PIO. Yes, sir. I can give you that number. Off the record, I will give you that number. Thank you. Okay. Why was this secret at first? Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. Beautiful day, huh? Absolutely amazing. Thank you, officer. Can we have that number? Thank you. Good. Now, folks, I know everybody wants to focus on the police state here, but look at how gorgeous those mountains are. The light level may be too high on this camera. Just look at those clouds. I wish I was up in those mountains hiking right now instead of doing this.
I think it's probably just because there's so much light.
Yeah, overlooking the camp. Here, let me see. Overlooking the camp is some of the most beautiful scenery. The Rocky Mountains are off in the distance. And then here you have all of this. Here we are. You having fun, Richard?
Oh yeah, it's a great time, man.
Well, okay, off camera. Off camera. Just aim it down. Or just aim it over there. We covered the Orange City back in 2004 in New York, what happened in Pier 57, and so basically we're just making a documentary about this development. Understand that it was about limits, you already passed it down, we do, you want to hear this police line? I've got a police line, so you can't cross it. But we don't want to cross the line, people. Just say it, yeah, just so you guys know. Thank you, very good. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it. No problem. Hopefully you won't have to use this facility, huh? Well, the anarchists started up some yesterday. Well,
We're ready to go back, right? We're done, right?
Are you getting over that? We can't hear a thing. Thanks. All right, guys. Let's just walk down here and a little bit further. Go. Very, very interesting. Keep that number 4. What's the captain's first name? Frank. Frank. Okay, thank you. Nice little facility for everybody. Now the big issue here is they tried to keep this secret. They don't want it in Austin. Tried to keep it secret after we reported on it. Fox News locally in Austin reported on it. This was back in '99. That's in my film Police State 2, The Takeover. And so it's the deception about this. They've reopened most of the old World War II German and Italian and Japanese prison camps like Manazar in the high desert, at least a few years ago it was reopened. They've reopened one outside Austin, Texas. And it's been in the news. I mean, our listeners and viewers know that. This is real. There's a whole shadow government, and that's what this event is being used for. It's being used as a way to crush liberty. Oh, how apropos. Look, there's a statue of the Statue of Liberty right there. Come get a shot of that, Richard. Zoom in on that. Basically, by hiring anarchists, by hiring thugs, by bringing these people in, they can demonize legitimate protests. They can scare families and mainline people from coming out and demonstrating and protesting at a time in U.S. history when Congress has a 9% approval rating, when the establishment knows that the people don't support them, when the establishment knows they're breaking the law, violating the Bill of Rights, Constitution, Declaration of Independence. That's why we've seen the last decade this demonization of protesters, the hiring of anarchists, having police dress up like anarchists, provocateur, attack other police like we saw in Montebello up in Canada for the SPP summit about 8-9 months ago. where the CBC and others had to admit that, yes, the police provocateur, they attacked their own police, try to blame it on the peaceful protesters to get those images. So that when somebody sitting there watching CNN or Fox, these protesters, they see young anarchists flipping everybody off, yelling, screaming, cussing. Fox News yesterday only went to the bad protesters, only went to one little group of young people going, F you, screw you, looking like total scum, instead of all the women with baby strollers and the nice families. This is how they demonize anti-war folks. We're here at the DNC because the Democrats obviously were swept into office almost 2 years ago in the Congress and the House and Senate to supposedly end the war. You got over 90% of Democrats wanting to end the war, about 65% of Republicans wanting to end the war, the vast majority of the American people, close to 80%, but it doesn't end. So that's why they're putting this police state into place, because they know all of these are used as drills, as training. They admit they are, to get them better and better at controlling populations. I am just so angry we didn't show up 5 minutes earlier, because we showed up here and the microwave gun was being wheeled out, and I saw it. It had the jacks where they could jack it up. It had the control system. It's exactly what we saw in 60 Minutes. Rob, come over here. Which one of you? I want to get Rob on camera. Rob, tell folks what you saw. Did you get it on video?
I got.
See, it's on this camera.
Yeah, I got maybe. As I turned my camera around, the car was moving, and so
they came out. We're going this way. We were going that way.
So is the vehicle. So I might have caught like on the corner of a frame. Maybe half a second of it, but I did see it. Like by the time my brain registered, it's like you got to hold the camera.
Yeah, I drove past it. Man.
You got to look at it.
I got a good look at it.
I got a clear look at it too. It was clearly a black, thick panel.
It was navy blue. It had the
Right, a very dark color. It was being hauled off by a police vehicle.
And it had the same little one-piece trailer, where it wasn't on a trailer, it's built into a trailer with 2 wheels on the back of the police truck. And I drove by, got a really good look, and then it clicked what it was. And then we were going down the street with police following us. By the time we turned around, Rob says he got a little bit of it. Aaron, did you see it?
Not on camera.
But you did see it? Tell folks what you saw.
I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I didn't get a good look at it.
All right, I did.
Thanks a lot.
No doubt. Either it's some type of new sound cannon, but remember, we showed those 4 years ago at the RNC in New York, but those always look the same.
It was a little bit more rectangle instead of that octagon.
Yeah.
It had like a very rectangle, but it was that signature thick plate that the sound cannons look like.
No, it's the thing I saw in 60 Minutes.
Exactly.
It's exactly what I saw in 60 Minutes. It's unbelievable. Let's go over here. Here you've got some of the vintage buses. Let me go back to Jason Berman, see how he's doing. Jason, are you picking all this up? He's taking phone calls that put me on air. Well, that's all right. This is all so important.
There's at least 1,400 online on this.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's come over here. Look at this. It's got the bars on the windows. Let's get some shots of this. Here you have one of many buses. They've got a bunch in the back parking lot and more down there. I'd say we've already seen about 10 buses here. Some of them have already pulled out. We already saw one with the newer police buses with bars driving past us before we turned on Steel Street. How you doing, sir? What do you think of the secret FEMA camp? What do you think of the police camp? You think it's awesome? Show of force. But we didn't used to have stuff like this. Did you know the police have been caught hiring provocateurs in other cities that dress up like anarchists to attack the police as a pretext for control? Were you aware of in history governments staging crises so they have an excuse to crack down? Yeah. So what do you think of this? Keep us all safe, huh? Try to. All right. Good talking to you. Oh my God. Anyways, so here you have the situation. There are some command vehicles, special operations team. There's a SWAT team vehicle. Zoom in on that, the blue one. There you go. You got that. You've got a command vehicle behind it. And then it's just RVs and command vehicles and buses over on that side. But see, there's a school in between us and the neighborhoods, so we can't get on it because it's an area that's shut down. The general public, obviously, it's a school. But that's why they picked this. It's all nestled in here in the middle of it. And here comes another helicopter. We'll see if that's a news helicopter or that's the police.